this is the next video with all the siding and light switches. So I'll show it to you right here. And I have a bunch of other stuff I'll show you. But this is the siding. I'll make a nice tour video before I start the ceiling. Notice some parts aren't finished because I still have not put that beam on yet, or the columns. There's two columns. So as soon as that happens, I'll finish the siding. Didn't finish siding there either because I have to finish that wall before I do this wall. But this side's done. That wall is just going to be for decoration on the outside, that little mini part. And then this part of the wall, this wall needs to come out a little bit, so that's why I didn't finish it yet. But behind there is about finished. And then this room I didn't get to yet. So other than that, I'm just about done. That'll take me just a few days. The light switches came out nicely. Where is it? You can see it there. Just simple wiring coming off each one. What I'm gonna do with this then, if I can do this with one hand, is put the wires through the hole, and then I have to find out which side is on and which side is off. So let's pretend when the switch is on that side it's on, and when it's down here it's off. So obviously we want it to be facing this way, not upside down. So we're gonna put it in there just like that, and I'm gonna glue it like that so it's secured, and then take this wire. This wire is gonna stay inside the wall, and it's gonna come up through the hole that I drilled right there, and the wire will be within the wall, and then these lines are where the floor joists will be, so it will be in between the floor joists. And I'll also show you that in a second. I was just planning out where all the joists are going to be and the wires and everything, but I'll show you that in a minute. But yeah, there's going to be light switches everywhere. There's going to be one for here. It'll do the whole foyer and everything. I just need to glue these in because how I tell which side is on and which side is off is this thing right here, so I have to pull that out and play around with it. But I did glue on one of them. It's that one right there. So looks pretty awesome, right? Yeah. Other things I want to show you, where the floor joists are going to be. I just measured that all out. They're going to be 1 inch apart, and I just drew them across the entire house. And I have it all labeled out. Each room is going to have a number or a letter, and the farther towards the front of the house it is, the lower the number. Farther towards the back of the house, the higher the number. So each truss is going to be numbered and lettered, and I'll show you. See, these ones are going to be little for this room. I have, for example, K4, so it's the number's higher. So this is the very first joist in this room, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is room K. So we'll know that K4 is on these red lines. And then these little bumps will be removed. But so I have some of the rooms made. I have these two rooms here are made. Like, see B2 right there. So that's that. But I need to make the long ones that are more than 1 stick long. That'll take me a little while. This is how many are for each room. And then I'll show you this. This is a computer model I made. It's exactly where the lines are on this model are exactly where the lines are on the real life one, and everything looks perfect. For example, see this wall right here? There should be a joist on either side of it, but not on top of it. So if we look, it's just about exact. It's a little off center, but you know what I mean. And I'll show you another one. Let's pick a random spot. There should be one right in the middle of this wall. So if we go here, yep. And I just picked a random one, so it's pretty much lined up. And I figured out which joists the light switches are in between, and I drew the light switches on there. If you know how a circuit works, it needs to go from the light switch to any of the lights, to the battery, and then back to the light switch. So I planned out where all the wires are going to be. I only planned out the wires from the switch to the lights to the battery. I did not draw the wires that go from the battery back to the light switch for all of them. That's what these green lines are. I only did that for some, because what I'm going to do for most is, like, this is where the wire goes, boom, and then when the wire comes back, it's just going to go right alongside it. It's just going to be two wires next to each other. But there are some places where, like right here, it's a long wire. It's got to catch up to these three light bulbs. The wire's going to go here, and then when it comes back, it can take a shortcut. So that's why I don't know if that makes any sense. And then right here, this is going to be a two-story foyer. There's going to be two walls here, but there's going to be a wire that has to hook up to this overhang loft thing underneath it. So as you can see, there's going to be a jumble of wires there, and most of them are just going to here, so there's going to be even more than you see there. But they're going to be going the same direction as the joist, so it's not really going to be a big issue. And the reason I'm doing this is so I can know, and the reason I'm lettering and numbering these are because I need to know where to drill the holes for the, I was playing around, for the wires, because as you can see, I'll look at it and say, okay, K1 doesn't have anything. Then I'll look up K2, oh, there's a wire running through the center of it. So if we pretend that this is K2, we'll set K2 right here and say, okay, the light bulb is going to be on this side of K2. It's going to be attached to K2. So, and the wire's going to have to pass through it because the wire's right here. So there's going to have to be a hole drilled right in the middle of it. And then the same for here, and there'll have to be holes here. And I need to know that before I set them on the house, because I can't really drill holes in them if they're already on the house. So I need to do that beforehand. Also, yeah, this is the area where all the wires are going to be. And then they're all just going to go here. They're going to be in the ceiling, so you won't be able to see them from underneath. They're all going to meet right here, and then go up, because this is all attic space above this room, this room, this room, and this room. There's all attic space, so it's going to go up, all the wires in just about one spot, and just meet the battery. So it's going to be a jumble of wires, but I'll get it figured out. So yeah, in the next video I'll definitely have that beam up. I'll have all the floor joists made. I'll show those to you. And then before then I'll have to make a tour of this. And I'll have all the siding done. The light switches will be in place. And maybe I'll have some of the light switches bought. I mean the lights, actual lights. But yeah, thanks for watching. And see ya.